So this is one impressive figure. Just looking at the detail of the figure, the hair, the crown, the suit, it's one impressive piece. We have texturing on the suit and panel lining, and of course no product is perfect, and we still have of course standard Marvel Legends paint splashes, but the face sculpt, impressive. And the details on the neck piece for the suit, impressive. So really clean paint job on this figure, and the skin tone matches from the face, the neck, the shoulders. So let's compare the so all the skin tone is nicely matched. Sometimes the color of the neck area and the face are different shades if you would look closely with other figures, but this one, the shades or the skin tone is uniform, even to the point of the fingertips. So Hasbro, good job on this one. So like all the other figures from this wave, this figure of the Scarlet, which came with very little accessories, so some accessories for the hands to make that magic effects or something, and translucent hands, and of course the build-a-wing piece for the Falcon Captain America. This figure has a skirt piece, so let's take it out of the stand, but it offers quite a decent range of motion for the legs, but it has very limited motion for side movement, or if you want to have this figure in a really nice kicking pose, that might not be possible because of this piece over here. So, and over there, so that would hinder the motion of the leg to move really widely to the sides. So that's it. So not a problem with legs pushing forward, but sideways, there's your limitation for this figure. Okay. As for the arms, single point of articulation on the elbow. We don't have a bicep cup over here. Take note that for the left hand, it's not going to be this way. The movement of the hinge would be over there. So it's going to be this way, as compared to the right hand, which we have that standard point of articulation on top of the wrist. As compared to the left. So that is for the spell binding techniques or something, maybe. That's just it. So something to take note in case you take this figure out of packaging and try to move the hands, you might break the wrist if you're not aware that the hinge is over there instead of the traditional hinge which is on top of the wrist. So just a point of care when you move the wrist of this figure for the left hand over there. Okay, with regards to the joint pieces, no problem with this over here. For the elbows, that's hard plastic joint, but for the knees, for the knee joint, that's made of soft rubbery material, the knee joint. How do I know? Because when I rock the figure, this leg portion side to side, that's really soft. So that's it. If you expose this figure to heat, you place this beside your window, this knee is going to be really soft. That's not compared to the joint on the foot of the figure, that's relatively hard plastic. So why can't they just place hard plastic joints for the knees too? Does that make sense? Because why place a very soft knee joint material and place a hard joint for the foot and the elbows? So Hasbro. Okay, but other thing that is worth mentioning, this figure does not have a back bend. That's your limitation. No back bend. Oh, I mean forward bend. Forward bend, despite the diaphragm cut, the ball for the diaphragm for movement. No forward bend, not back bend. But if you do a back bend, surprise, okay, that's a decent back bend, but you're going to expose this area over here, that wide gap. Okay. But with a circular motion, that's no problem. We don't have a cut for the waist, because even if we have a cut for the waist, it's hindered by this hard plastic skirt piece. But overall, if you're just going to let this figure stand in your display, it's really a good looking Scarlet Witch. And with the accessories that you guys included, yeah, it really makes a good display piece. But other than the points that I have mentioned over here, over there, take care of those knees, that's it. Overall, I'm really impressed with this figure, despite some of the little minor flaws. So if you are able to find this Scarlet Witch figure, I recommend you to get it. Don't miss it. If you don't have a Scarlet Witch in your collection, then this is a good addition to your collection.